Hey guys, what's up? I wanted to talk to you today about bankroll management. I've really been thinking about this a lot because I'm basically a beginner. I'm a rookie. I've been playing for about 8 months now. And so the thing I've been thinking about is every time I go to the casino, I usually go for 3-4 hours and I have no kind of limits to anything. I just go play. And although I have one, it doesn't seem like I have a way to focus on how to win. You go to the casino and you just keep playing and playing and playing until you lose. And that's usually my outcome because of the fact that we plan on staying for like 4 hours. So what we need to do is, or what I need to do is start learning how to break up my gambling into sessions. So I decided that there's 3 different ways that I'm going to try to accommodate that by using bankrolls, separate bankrolls. Now, understand something. Like I said, I'm new, so I'm not trying to teach you guys anything. Matter of fact, it's just going to be a discussion of my thoughts. So anybody that's newer than 8 months, maybe you can learn something from me just based off of my thoughts, and hopefully you won't just start going to the casino and playing until you don't have any money. If you're staying for 6-8 hours, because that's a good chance that might happen if you don't have any discipline and any structure to how you can walk away with some money. And then on the flip side, anybody that's played a lot longer than me that understands bankrolls, all of you that aren't rookies anymore, advanced players, maybe you could throw some comments in there for me to kind of give me some ideas about what it is that I'm about to talk to you about, my thought process. So the first thing I was going to talk about as far as a bankroll is decide how much you want to take to the casino. So if you're going for 4 hours, I'll just use my 4 hours because normally that's about what I go for when I go. What I need to start doing is breaking up my bankroll into either amounts. So normally, I'll take $200 to play. So the thing that I would have to do if I wanted to is break it up into, say, 2 sessions of $100. And a couple ways you could play is you could give your $100 and say, I'm going to play for a half hour or until I lose this $100. And if you lose that $100, of course, you got to walk away. You don't pull out your next $100. You leave the table for a little bit. Wait till the table changes. Or let's say after a half hour of play, you're up $50. Well, now you have the 100 you started with plus 50. You still walk away for that time limit, but you're going to play 2 sessions because you broke your bankroll up into 2 sessions. So, you go walk around for a while, go have lunch, go do whatever you're going to do. You come back later and then you play your second bankroll. So you take out your second $100 and hopefully you win with it. And if you do, then you leave the casino. So that's my thought process now. That's kind of what I want to start doing, is trying to break up my bankrolls. Now that I go play in a couple weeks with Bird Dog, I'm going to take a little bit more money than that. I'll probably take enough for 4 different sessions of, probably $200 a piece, because we plan on staying there 2 days. And I'm going to decide, there's 3 different things I've been thinking about as far as how to play and walk away from the table for a while. The first one, like I said, is time. I might go in half-hour increments, 45-minute. That's going to be up to you. So, if I decide half-hour increments, I'll play for a half hour. I have $200. If I'm down $40, so I have $160 left after a half hour, I walk away with that. All right. And then I put that in my pocket, and that session and that money's over with. So I don't lose that. I have that extra 140. Even though I'm losing, I don't lose all of that. So I'm going to go home with 140 for sure. So then when I come back again for my next session, I get my next $200, and let's say I win $40 with that one. Well, that session is now done. I put that in my pocket, and so now I'm back to even, but I still have 2 more bankrolls to play with. So, that's the way you could do it based on time. You could play for a half hour through your different bankrolls. That's kind of how I'm planning on doing it. But I think I'm going to use a different strategy as far as how long I stay at the table. And I'm going to use what Color Up does. Actually, I'm going to give that a shot and just see what I'm at when I've gone through my $200 bankroll. So I'll start with $200. Say I play 22 across. Let's say I lose the first hand right away and I lose $32, so I'm down 32. Let's say I put another 22 across, $10 pass, whatever the case may be. and let's say I win $40 from that. So that's going to be separated into a different rack. And so then I'll be up $8. So I take the money that I started with in my bankroll, and the money that I win will be in the next rack over. So, you know, I'm not going to take and put the money I'm winning back into the left side, if that makes sense. So I'm going to play through that $200, and at the end of the $200, I'm going to see where I'm at on the win or loss and walk away for a while. So that's the way I'm going to give it a shot. The third way you could do it is just set a loss limit. You know, decide how much you're willing to lose while you're there, and if you hit that limit, you stop. So I like the first two better than the loss one. And I actually really like the one I just explained to you, the one that Color Up kind of uses in his videos. You watch him roll. He says, I'm starting with a $200 bankroll, and he just rolls through that $200 and he sees where he's at. I actually like that method. I'm going to give that a shot and see what happens. Now from there, remember, this is just like a base setup of what I'm going to do. You know, you could put your money in your pocket, like I said, whether it's a win or loss in that, and then you can make you a new $200 bankroll and start again. But there again, now you're kind of defeating the purpose of, you know, leaving with some money if you're actually losing some. So that's going to be up to you. Everything that I start with is just a base. You can make adjustments based off of whatever you're feeling. Another adjustment you can make, say for example that I'm playing the $200 bankroll and I get through it and I'm up $60 and the table's hot. You know, it'd be kind of crazy to walk away at that time. I'm going to take that 260 I won, put it back on the left side, and keep playing. And once the table turns cold, once I lose a hand, maybe two in a row, then I walk away and I'll still have some profits. I'll still have some winnings. But, you know, walking away from a hot table may be a bad choice too. So just remember, this is my thought process. You have to have some sort of discipline, some sort of way to know, okay, I need to step away for a while. But you can always make adjustments if it's a good adjustment, if it's a wise adjustment. Like I said, a wise adjustment to me would be, don't stop if you got 260 in the winning rack and the table's hot. Give it one more chance, you know, and then walk away. So those are just some of my thoughts on using the bankroll management. One is set a time limit. Okay, that would be the first way. You know, play for a half hour and see where you're at and walk away. Same thing there, you know. You can adjust based on what's going on. If the table's hot after a half hour, you know, it may not be wise to walk away. So, but the time limit, set a time limit. Second thing is play through a bankroll, kind of like what Color Up does. And the third thing is set a loss limit. So any of those three things, you know, and I may bounce back and forth between some of them depending on how I feel. But those are just my thoughts. There again, like I said, if you're an advantage player, if you've been playing for years and years and years, and you want to throw something out to me as far as advice, you know, something that I said, if I'm thinking, you know, in your eyes the wrong way, maybe kind of explain it in the comments and let me know, you know, what it is that you would do differently or whatever, or add or subtract to my thoughts. But anyways, those are my thoughts, guys. I just want to thank you guys again for listening. And, you know, thanks for subscribing. Make sure you hit the notification button, and I'll see you guys soon.